cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt fool cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt fool cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt cool cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood.
I'm judging.
And welcome to the Underdog Journey. My name is West. This guy is Dave. This guy's Matt Harmon. And we caught the audio just in time, Matt. David, how you doing?
You were cutting it close. I was like, gee, the Christmas, we didn't have a hand count down. You know, your miming that you do. We had nothing. It's like, and
we're live.
We're live.
Stop talking.
Yes.
We're live.
The last two words I said were business.
Business. It's all business here, man.
Yeah. All business all the time. Oh, wait a minute. I really should. Hold on a second. I'll be right back off camera. I can continue to talk to you, but I'm going to shut the air conditioner unit off.
There you go. Yeah,
in the
those
room
hotel ACs get pretty loud.
Yeah, you have to have them loud, though.
It's-
I'm not all the noise of what's going on around you. It looks like you're staying in
There we go.
Hotel 6.
And
No, David stays in nice hotels.
I don't know, a courtyard in Waterbury, Connecticut. But I do like this town. Do you know why I like this town?
What's that?
A, it's a nice little town. B, the last time I was here, I stumbled in and found a bottle of Blanton's on a shelf at a liquor store.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Definitely.
And then did it again today.
Another
So
bottle
this
of
is what I'm
Blanton's.
drinking tonight. I got another bottle of Blanton's from the same little liquor store.
Dude.
So those are my peeps.
There you go, man. They're hooking you up.
So I'm all for it. So I'm gonna be cracking. This is what I'm drinking tonight.
I'm jealous.
I haven't even opened it up yet.
What letter do you got? You gotta let us know what letter.
We'll figure it out here in just a moment. Oh, it's got the bag with it and everything here. So we got the.
See, that's the only problem when we get it from our normal connections. He doesn't give us the bags. I like the bags.
Yeah, bags cool. I got a few of them. We're letter B. We got a B.
You got the B. That's a good one.
This was dumped on February 27th, so 2 days after my birthday. So I'm gonna call it my birthday booze. That's good. Barrel number 279. I love how they put Rick House stored in warehouse age. All of Blanton's is stored in warehouse age.
The whole thing is
literally one of the things about Blanton. So
let's see. Mine has warehouse F.
No way.
Yeah, check this out. I'm joking. It's H.
I'm like, wait a minute. It's like literally one of the things. If you got a Blanton's from warehouse F, that would actually be something to.
That would be pretty
keep.
Cool.
Yeah. So I don't need the little thing there. There we go. Break the seal.
Awesome.
Get that thing out of the way.
Breaking the seal.
Well, mine is bottled.
Dump it upside down.
5,250 feet.
I restocked the tin cup. She's got the tin cup.
So last week I had the opportunity to get a bottle of the Willet.
That's
Black,
right.
Which I think I showed. I showed on the show last week. So one of my buddies came across the cask strength.
Ooh, nice.
Which was the last bottle that I needed for the full Blackened collection.
Yeah.
And he bought it for me.
Oh man, that's a good friend. That is a good friend.
So he bought it for me, so I will have the entire Blackened collection. And so of course what I'm going to do, being the the humble gentleman that I am,
Of course.
and very, very always low key, is I'm going to host a bourbon tasting of Blackened across the thing. We're going to do the
Dude.
notes. We're going to listen to Metallica the entire time, and we're going to smoke Blackened Drew
Yep.
Estate M81 Blackened cigars.
You can do it at a
So-
cigar shop, or you can do it at your house.
I might do it at the house. It'd be a little more convenient for me.
Mm-hmm.
But we might, because our local cigar shop is relocating
Mm-hmm.
to a definite improvement, that I might do it down there as kind of a send off.
Nice, that's awesome. I still look. We were talking about this. I still say what you need to do is do this, and then let the head distiller or the owners of I forget the distillery that makes Blackened, whatever head distiller is, you let them know that you're doing it. See if they want to come in. Also, find out who your Drew Estate rep is for your cigar shop, and let them come in and bring in all the swag and stuff.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I might reach out to him. That does seem like something I would do, is reach out to him. It's like, hey, I'm going to host a Blackened party, man. We're going to do Metallica Metallica music. We're going to do Metallica cigars, Metallica bourbon, and you know, I don't know. I might even bring a couple guitars in, like just jam some Metallica.
There you go. Let me know the date. I'll come up
Why
for that.
would you not?
Let me know the date. I'll come up for that.
When did you get a book about Marvel zombies?
Oh, I've had that for a long time. Marvel Zombies is a great
I've
book.
looked at this shelf every time I come here. I've never seen this one.
Oh, that's real old. Yeah,
Wow.
That's
Marvel
real old.
Zombies.
that's a good book. That's a very good book. I recommend it. So David.
Okay.
So
What do you got over there?
I when I see something different or see something I haven't tried before, I got to try it, no matter how disgusting it sounds. So I decided to go and get. Well, I saw it in the store, so I had to pick one up. I had to pick up a pack. The Hard Mountain Dew. And, luckily, it's the zero sugar Hard Mountain Dew, because for people watching the chemicals they put in their body, they want to make sure to keep the sugar levels low. So I started with the normal Mountain Dew flavor. It was like neon green. It looked like the radioactive slime in The Simpsons.
Okay, all right.
And it
everybody should
tasted-
be familiar with what that is.
It tasted like Diet Mountain Dew. Pretty disgusting. Now I'm drinking the watermelon flavor of the Hard Mountain Dew, and it's equally disgusting. I have to admit, this is some of the worst stuff I've ever drank in my life.
And it is equally disgusting.
Equally disgusting. So up after this, I have there are 4 flavors. After that is the black cherry.
Red?
The black cherry.
Okay.
Not to bring race into it, but the black cherry. After that is, of course, I'm saving the worst for last, is the Baja Blast. That's going to be completely vile, and I'm really
That's
not looking forward to it.
The Taco Bell special there.
Oof. I think I'm the only person in the world who hates Baja Blast. It is just... It's awful.
I think I've had it once, but
Oof.
I wouldn't say I hate it, but I haven't went back to get like, oh, let me get some more. Of course, I don't drink much Mountain Dew either, so.
Yeah, no, it's bad. It's bad. So all of this is terrible. At least there's booze. So it has that going for it.
So what's the percentages in that?
5%.
5%. So everyone has seemed to landed on 5%. That is what's the girly drink that all the guys take now?
White Claw?
Yeah, White Claw. Yeah, White Claw started it off.
Yeah.
5% little seltzer, and then everybody jumped on board.
I'm not a fan of the alcoholic seltzers. They're terrible.
Me neither.
They're awful.
Me neither. I'd rather.
It's
so if
not
you
a good trend.
You should really. So this is 93 proof. So that's the level. That's the proper level of alcohol.
That is. You're right.
For those of you in Rio Linda, that is what real alcohol should be.
I might actually
5%.
put some. I might put some Blantons into my Hard Mountain Dew to try and.
Don't ruin your blend.
Gotta Irish this thing up a little bit.
Put some
Yeah, I would if I was going to do that experiment, I would do a tin cup.
Hey, David. Matt has a question for you.
What did Rush Limbaugh mean when he would say, for those in Rio Linda?
Oh, for the love of all things holy! We can't answer that question, and you can't say that name.
A little political.
What? Why?
It's political.
For those of you in Rio Linda, this will take us down a path that is absolutely political in all directions. So that's the end of that.
Explain it to me afterwards.
Yeah, for those of you in Rio Linda, we don't talk about politics on this show.
Yes. For those of you guys who haven't seen it before, we if your business is not politics, stay the hell out of politics.
Right, exactly. Which a lot of companies just aren't understanding.
Yeah.
A lot of
or
companies
are not
man.
prepared,
I've been going
or are not prepared for what happens when they take a political stand.
Yeah, I wish we could talk about politics. I wish we could just talk about the business that gets involved in politics and all the ways they're just screwing themselves. So many businesses right now. I won't mention I won't bring up examples. I won't mention names. But unless your business is politics, keep your business out of politics.
Out of politics.
That shoe company with the swish and said, "Stay out of politics." They kicked me out.
I for many reasons, I'm sure.
Well, I thought it was important for me to tell them.
Okay, good to know. David.
And how do we recover from that?
There you go.
I know. So, you guys know I travel. I travel a decent amount.
A bit.
And so I get here last night in my hotel. And I'm on the 10th floor now. I was on the 11th floor last night when I checked in. And I go in, I set my thermostat. I'm a fat old guy. Bam! I'm taking the thing as low as I can get it. And of course I leave and I go to the cigar lounge down on Yale's campus, a place called the Owl Shop. Which if you ever get a chance to go to New Haven, go to the Owl Shop. It is an amazing time, absolute amazing time. They had a jazz band in there last night, and I just had a freaking blast. I met a couple people. Dang it, I forgot to bring their card up. But they own a pub that I'm thinking about running over to after the show tonight. But they were in there last night having some cigars and enjoying the smooth tones. And this guy they had singing there, man, he had some pipes. Anyway, I drive back. It's midnight-ish, plus or minus. And I get back here to the hotel, and I walk into my room, and I just get hit, like, boom. It is 75 degrees in my room.
Oh, my gosh. Heaven forbid. Are you okay?
Yeah. So as I was thinking, I'm like, Wes would be, all.
That's where I would have put it in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah. See, no, and that's not me. I was like, 66 is as low as this goes. Come on, man. I was panicked at 66.
You broke it.
So I called out, and the guy's like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, dude, I can't. There's absolutely no way I can stay in this room. So he hunts around and says, well, we got it. We don't have another suite available, but we've got a king room, blah, 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 blah. Excuse me. It's on down a floor and on the other end. I said, go check it. Make sure the air conditioning's working. So he goes and he checks. He comes up to the room and says, sir, it's a smaller room, but it's not a suite. But it is cold. It has an air conditioner that controls from the unit, and it's set at 60 degrees. I'm like, oh, I love every word of this.
That is your place.
And I'm like, go get a key made up. I'll meet you down there. So I gather my stuff up. It's like 12:30 at this point. I gather my stuff up, and I lug it down here. I meet him off the elevator. We get in here, and it's 60 degrees. And I'm just sitting there thinking, this would be the West and West's current wife battle.
It would
one
be.
room would be West, and the other room would be #current wife.
Yeah, she's like you. She would turn down to 60 and leave it there.
Yeah. I just to try to even think for a moment that I was going to be able to sleep, and it's 75 degrees. I was like, no, don't do. No, I can't do this, man. I was starting to panic.
Yeah, my son the other day asked if he could turn the thermostat up from 70 to 71, and I said, you can try it at your own risk, but it's on you if you get caught. Because I've done that. Turn it by 1, and she knows. Just by 1.
I know somebody messes with my thermostat 1 degree.
So I've never watched it. I think it's like Stepdad or Stepdaddy. Wait a minute, that's Pornhub. No, there's some show where I think it might actually be Stepdad. You got Mel Gibson and some other cast in it, and one of the scenes is one of the kids adjust the thermostat.
Oh yeah, it's like the sequel to it's
Family Guy.
No, I think it is Stepdads. It has like Mark
Wahlberg
and like Mel Gibson.
Yeah,
and
Mel Gibson, Mark Wahlberg, and the guy from Third Rock from the Sun.
John Lithgow.
Jonathan Lithgow. That's it. Yeah, so Jonathan Lithgow's in it too, and they're all just talking about the cost and the money for changing it just a degree or two, and all this, and I'm sitting there like, yeah, these people would hate me.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, in the winter is nice because we want it cold, so it takes a lot to get your house kind of down.
You want it warmer in the wintertime.
No,
because it's cold outside. You got to get warm inside to prepare you again for the outside.
So until the temperature dips down to like 59 in the house, that's when it's time to, we'll heat it back up 63 or 64, but that's it.
You're insane.
And then
dude.
at night, back down to 60.
No. So one of my annual gifts I get from my family is a heating blanket, because I'll use it all year round, and then until it burns out inevitably, and I need to get a new one. Like, I go through one of these things a year because I keep burning them out.
I can literally picture Wes curled up in front of the fireplace.
Oh man.
In his little heating blanket, knitting a fucking muffler.
We've never used our fireplace because my current wife doesn't like it. She would melt if we turn on the fireplace.
Yeah,
she would melt.
Yeah, and your daughter has a little fairy village that goes into there.
Yeah, and there's she put a fairy garden in our fireplace. So
yeah,
the most horrific thing I've ever read.
It's a great book, isn't it? It's called Marvel Zombies. It's basically it reimagines if all of the Marvel superheroes turned into zombies.
Stevie Evans for the win. Stevie Evans.
Stevie Evans.
Curled up. You got your heating blanket and you're rocking your cardigan.
I might have a cardigan over there. I need to go put it on.
Wes Carnahan, all cardigans all the time.
Stevie knows us. Stevie, when are you coming on the show again, man? All right.
And I love it. We just both stop and wait for him to answer.
Because there's no delay. He's just going to answer.
There's no delay, and we're going to hear him.
But Stevie, come on the show,
yes.
and we want to talk to you again because he said whenever. Stevie, we haven't talked to you since you did your rebranding, and it looks great. We got to talk about that whole process. So yeah,
yes, we do.
Maybe next week. We're actually gonna be in the Hofbrau next week. Might be a great week to do that. So Stevie, we'll talk soon. We also need to find out when you're gonna do a show or set up a booth somewhere like you typically do. And I think David needs to take a road trip over here, and we need to go down to see you.
He's out of my territory, but I might be able to make a special trip over. Right now, I've been way too busy. Sorry, guys.
Yep.
I don't know what that means.
Stevie Evans is too busy for us. I get it.
It's a good thing to be busy. I mean, in business, you want to be busy. If you have the choice between busy and not, you choose busy. I mean,
look, he's super successful right now. He's too good for us. That's what it is. He's outgrown the underdog journey. I understand. That's a good problem to have, Stevie.
There's no such. Trump is going to come on our podcast here in a couple of weeks. There's no such thing as outgrowing this podcast. I wasn't supposed to say that. Damn it.
Look, we would definitely get some viewers. One way or the other, we would definitely have viewers.
Yes. We'll host any competitors as well.
You know what we should do? We should do presidential debates. Let's go and invite all the candidates on, and we'll do some debates. Can you imagine if we were hosting the debates?
We are the moderators. Oh, that would be awesome.
We'd let Matt be the moderator.
No. We're the moderators. Matt's color commentary in the background, read the zombie Marvel book or whatever.
You can read the comic books in the background.
Dude just bit off Wasp's head.
It's pretty great.
That's
I know.
his girlfriend.
It's a good book. It's a good book. It's a good book. All right, so I actually do have some news today that's not political. Go figure. Hang on one second here. So this was actually a pretty good piece of news, I thought. This is actually close to my heart. Shopify puts price tag on meetings. After limited time spent in meetings earlier this year, limiting time rather, Shopify is taking its war against meetings to a new level with a cost calculator. The internal tool uses compensation data, meeting length, and attendee count to calculate the price of meetings, which runs as high as $1,600 for a 30-minute call. COO Naj, I can't pronounce that name, I'm sorry, said the calculator is meant to remind workers of the value of their time and to boost productivity through, though some experts told Bloomberg that it's more of a superficial intervention.
You know what?
I disagree with that. I disagree with the superficial intervention.
Right. I disagree too.
This is genius.
I think so too. Look.
This guy who runs this company, Shopify, he's a friggin' genius.
I will drink to that. Absolutely. Look.
Let's see. Chief yeah, so it's the COO, the Chief Operating Officer, the COO, Kaz Nahashin or whatever. But yeah, here's to you, man. That's
right. Honestly,
that's genius. Every company. I sat in a meeting. I drove. I was driving from New York over to here, and And I was on a meeting that had over 80 people in it, and it was an hour long.
And how many meetings have you sat through that are completely used? They could have been summed up in an email.
This probably could have been a text message.
Right, exactly.
Well, and what they do is they block an hour out, and then they create the meeting to fill that hour. So it's going to be an hour, regardless of the importance of the meeting.
Yeah.
So a meeting that could be done in 5 minutes, because they blocked an hour out on their calendar.
They fill the hour.
They fill that hour.
Oh yeah.
With pointless crap.
Just prattling on. It's ridiculous. It's like us. I mean, we try to fill up an hour to an hour and a half. And look how much prattling on. If we came in, just did our agenda and got out, we're done in 20 minutes.
Look, so if there's anybody from my company watching, I'm not harping on anybody particular, but there's a new trend starting in my company where there is an icebreaker question at the beginning of these meetings, where they'll ask a fun question and we'll go through everybody's answers and we'll chit chat, and it's a good 20 or 30 minutes in before everybody's finished with all of their stuff, and I'm like, this is fun. You guys are nice people.
I love talking about myself. I hate those icebreakers. So I always come up with something like, my elbows are smooth.
You do have smooth elbows.
A really smooth elbows.
I've always said that about you. So this is not an exaggeration. I've told you this story before. So everybody watching and listening, you might not have heard this. So at a previous company I was at, every meeting room was completely booked. Like, it would be literally every meeting room every day would be double or triple booked at all times. And there were way too many meetings. So on the executive level, they decided, okay, we're going to have a large, just company-wide meeting to talk about the fact that there are far too many meetings at this company. So we all had to go to this meeting. So we all went to the meeting to talk about the fact there are too many meetings. And at the end,
then you had to break out to focus groups.
Right. At the end of the large meeting, all the team leaders had to get with their team and have meetings about the fact they're having too many meetings and what they're going to do about the fact they have too many meetings. And after that meeting, all the team leaders need to come back to a larger meeting and talk about what they talked about in their meetings. And afterwards,
about having too many meetings.
And then afterwards, once we had the second larger meeting about having too many meetings, when some conclusions were made, we had to meet back with our teams to meet again to talk about what we're going to do to stop having so many meetings. So we had a meeting about having meetings, about having meetings, about having too many meetings.
That's got an MBA written all over it.
It was.
It absolutely.
There might have been some PhDs in there, my friend. It was
probably some
else.
PhDs as well.
That is not an exaggeration. That actually happened.
Oh yeah.
And at the end of it, guess what? Nothing happened. Nothing changed because people still thought they had to have meetings every time they burped. It was crazy.
So I get this. I get this right now. I've talked about on this show before. I've talked about how the ease of communication has ruined communication because
emojis.
It's so easy because it's so easy to contact and reach out and touch someone, which is what AT&T or MCI or whoever it was back in the day. Yeah. Whoever it was that said that, because it's so easy to send data and information to one place to another, we do it when we really don't have to. I get tons of emails nonstop like, this has absolutely zero to do with me.
Why are you telling me this?
Even if I wanted to, I have zero influence in the outcome of the situation.
Right.
I have zero say. I don't know the rest of the people on this email chain. I'm not sure why I'm in here, but I've got to read through the entire thing because somebody will be like, well, I sent you an email. Now it's got 5 pages of crap in it and 3 sentences may pertain to my division and 1 word may actually pertain to me. And that's giving them a lot of credit.
Yeah.
Because normally it's 0 in all of it.
Well, communication in general is changing. I mentioned emojis earlier. So this actually recently happened. I need to do more research on what the lawsuit was actually about. But apparently there was some communications between Party A and Party B. And Party A asked Party B if they agree with a certain action that was being taken. Party B replied back with a thumbs up emoji. Well, so apparently the first guy did some work based on this thumbs up emoji. So the second guy didn't pay him for the work. First guy took guy B to court, and the judge ruled that the thumbs up emoji was a binding contract. I need to do more research about exactly what this contract was.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I'm telling you,
that meant, hey, good job.
Right.
Or in Roman times, it meant death.
Yeah, but the thing is look, you don't need to sign your name to something. A thumbs up emoji that's documented is now legally binding. So you're right. Communication is
we just got a thumbs
changing.
up.
Communication is absolutely
somebody
changing.
just gave us a thumbs up there.
Okay. That means they either want our heads removed or they are legally binding themselves to us.
Yeah, they approve of what we're saying, or they want us dead.
I have a
Probably both.
Really heartwarming story.
Okay.
That is not. It's very family friendly. All right. Can I tell my story?
Now I'm confused. Okay.
All right. So let me get closer so everybody can hear me. So I took my daughter into downtown Columbus the other day, and I swear to God, this must have been the first time she's ever been down there. I thought she'd been down there before, but
downtown?
Yeah, downtown.
She's never been downtown before.
I thought she'd been down maybe when she was littler. She went down with her mom, but she didn't remember any of this. So she's just flipping out. Guys in suits. She's a teenager. Guys in really nice looking suits. Oh, Dad, look at those guys in suits. But then she sees a bail bondsman. Dad, it's a bail bondsman. Look. So I'm like, this girl's got to see. So I pull. She wants to see a skyscraper. So I got to go and run into Chase quick. So I park and we go into Chase. And, I do my business at Chase. And Chase is on the first floor of the building. It's a 24-story building. So I said, hey, let's see if we can see more of the building. So we walk over to security. She's like, Dad, we can't talk to him. We can't. I'm like, relax, honey. So I go to the security guy and I say, hey, this is my daughter's first time in a skyscraper. And there were a couple of ladies over here who were they were in heaven. Like, oh, honey, it's, because they were from Zanesville. And the security guy in this building, he had said, well, I can't let you up. There's no floors I can let you on. And he's like, you know what? Screw it. He puts his I'll be back sign up, takes us up to the top floor. And we find out on the way the building is 73% empty.
I believe it.
That entire top floor, the entire top floor was empty.
I believe it.
Which was great for her first visit to a skyscraper because she could just stand up there and look through the windows as much as she wanted. The guy just left us up there. He said, come down when you're ready. But she got to see a great, great sight going up like that.
Sure.
But 73% empty.
Are you teeing me up for my next news article? Because I have a news item that speaks specifically to this.
I didn't know that, but I'm glad I did tee it up. But I really want to put a shout out to that security guard. He was just so freaking awesome.
I'm sure he watches the show.
He says, you know what? I have a daughter. I know exactly what you're talking about. Let's get her up there.
That's awesome. Yeah. He's a nice guy. That's
it really
cool.
was.
Good people still exist.
That was a great story.
Cheers, Lynn.
Good people still exist. Cheers to that guy. The little dead air. Okay.
There we go.
Indeed.
All right, so that does lead us to the next news story, and it's like Matt was teeing us up here. He says he was, and I think he was. Work from home is crushing office building prices. The shift from remote work threatens to take an $800 billion bite out of the global office value by 2030, according to McKinsey Global Institute. This is from LinkedIn News, by the way. The estimate is based on a 26% drop in property values compared to 2019 as vacancy rates rise. But the consulting giant says the fall could be as high as 42%. Holy moly.
Sounds about right.
The trajectory of interest rates are expected to determine the depth of the decline. McKinsey suggests the buildings that serve multiple uses could help developers adapt to a new reality. Office rents have already dropped 28% in San Francisco and 18% in New York, while European cities such as Paris and London have held relatively steady. That's amazing that there's so much empty office space out there. But the thing is here's the thing. A lot of people say, well, why don't they just rent it for cheaper and get people in there to do stuff? Like myself, I could use space that I would love for dirt cheap. But they can actually claim it as a loss on their taxes. It's all about claiming it as a loss on their taxes. They're not going to rent it to you dirt cheap because they can still claim it. If nobody's willing to rent it at the price that they're going to rent it out at, it's a loss. They can claim it on their taxes.
Yeah, they can help offset. Plus, you got to watch your margins on it too. I mean, just because something's down, you can't just give it away. You don't want to be in the business of trading dollars.
Well, that's it.
I mean, we've talked about this.
Yep.
Now, there does need to be a price correction. Commercial real estate prices got way out of control, and they were wildly inflated.
Right.
And some markets are still trying to do it, and I love it because I've actually heard a few of them talk about, well, the housing market in this area is really strong. Well, that's the housing market. It has nothing to do with the commercial real estate market.
You're right.
Yep. In 2019, I said, holy crap, the rents downtown are expensive.
Yeah. In 2020, when people started working remotely, I predicted it's going to be hard getting people to go back to those offices.
I remember you said that, and I said this remote work, it's a bad idea, and I still stand by that.
Who are you, David?
Well,
yeah. Wes and I have had this ongoing thing about remote work.
I love remote work.
Well, I don't think you're working the whole time, though, are you? You're probably goofing off some.
I'm working way more than I was going to the office. You know why? Because I start work at the time I would have left to go to work, right? And I'm working up to the point that I would have gotten home from my commute. So that hour to work and the hour home, guess what? I'm working those 2 hours.
While you're in the office, you had the chance to inspire people. Now you don't inspire anyone.
Nobody inspires anybody.
I inspire tons of people.
Not for productive purposes.
I run around and inspire dust.
You making it rain?
Well, sparkles.
He makes it rain inspiration.
There you go.
There you go.
That's your next tagline for
that should be on a t-shirt.
Life Coach Matt. Yeah. Making it rain inspiration.
Yeah. So I agree with Matt on this. You're going to get a lot more collaboration, a lot better collaboration in an office than what you are remote.
You're right. No, you are right. I actually got a lot of really good work done when you can just pop your head over a cubicle wall and start talking to your teammate. But at the same time, it's pretty nice not being because how often would you just lose 10, 15 minutes multiple times a day walking to and from an meeting room you didn't need to be in the first place?
It's the same amount of time you lose going upstairs to take a crap.
No, when you're at work, you still have to take a crap. You still have to take a crap. Just because you're at the office doesn't mean you don't have to take a crap.
What?
That's the best place. You know why? You don't stink up your home. Somebody else has to clean that up.
What's the old nursery rhyme? The boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I poop on company time.
I've never heard that, but that's a good one.
Really?
I've never heard that. That's hilarious. It's pretty funny though. I like it.
It's been around a minute or two.
We're gonna turn that into a T-shirt.
I can't take credit for that one. That one's been around.
That's a good T-shirt.
In 20 years, you're going to see a recognizable bad side of people working from home. There's going to be a huge downside to all of this.
You're seeing it right now. You know what it's called?
20 years? No, it took 2.
Yeah, you know what they're calling it, right? It's already happening.
What?
Quiet quitting.
Oh yeah.
Quiet quitting. That's because there are a lot of people. My phone went to sleep. That's because there are a lot of people who are working remotely and they're just not working.
Yeah.
That's quiet quitting.
Yeah.
They're just skating by, hoping nobody notices, and eventually, when somebody notices, they're let go. But they haven't been working the whole time anyway, right. So they hopefully.
So I'm on both sides of the fence of this. I think you should come in, you should do your work, but everybody talks about the quiet quitting part of it is more the not going above and beyond. They're doing what the job is and not taking all these extra things.
Well, you know what?
That's why they're called
part of it, yes, and part of it, no. Because I think all along there have always been people who do the bare minimum. When it's 5 o'clock, bam, they're out the door. But I think what happens is this work from home thing has allowed those people to take advantage of the situation. I think it's actually inspired a lot of other people to become that way that probably wouldn't have been that way in the first place.
Well, there are people who work in multiple jobs from home. So
that's a real thing. We've talked about that's a real thing too.
Yeah, they're not supposed to be working for one company.
Yeah.
They're working for while they're on that. So as far as I'm concerned, that's theft.
It is. That is theft. That is theft.
I have argued the opposite of this.
Of course, yeah.
Yep. Of course, because he has to be the.
Yeah, put on a mini skirt and dance around.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if we said it wasn't theft, he would say it is. Yeah. So just so we can argue it.
Yeah. No. If you guys see, here's the thing. Here's what I get is when Twitter laid off 80% of its staff and kept functioning, that meant 80% of the people that were there didn't need to have a job.
You're right.
So when you have positions, when you hire as a business, when you hire people for positions that is not necessary, and they have extra employment, extra gainful employment, and they can do another job and get paid as well, for probably another position that doesn't really need to exist. You know what? That's your fault as a business owner for having that position that doesn't need to exist.
Well, look, no, I agree with you partially. Look, I agree that the company shouldn't have hired a superfluous employee. I don't think I used the word correctly.
Superfluous. I like it.
They shouldn't have hired an employee that they didn't necessarily need.
Juxtaposition.
None of these are the correct word for the situation. But they shouldn't have hired that employee if they didn't need them, right? But if a company is paying you to be on company time and you are not using your time for that company, like to a reasonable level, that's theft.
Yep.
Now look, it's okay. It's okay when you're working from home and you leave your computer for a minute to go get lunch or to take a crap, right?
Right.
Or even if you need, just drive your kid to go do something quickly and you're back. That's fine. But if I'm doing work for another company on this company's time, that's theft. That is theft.
If I'm hired to work 80 hours, I would agree. If I'm hired hourly, I would agree. But if I'm hired to do this job, and I can do this job,
you're talking about something else.
Hours,
you're talking about contract workers. You're talking about a contract job. We're talking about people with normal jobs. Not that contract work isn't normal.
Job.
But like most jobs are going to be David, what Matt and I are talking about is like hourly workers or salary workers. And if you're hourly and you're on the company time clock and you're doing work for somebody else,
you should be working for that company. I agree.
Yes.
If you're hourly.
But you're right. If you're talking about contract workers, which is a much different situation. And once you're done with that job,
I'm saying even a salary worker. So if a salary worker jumps in and you give them a job to do this, I mean, I work morning, noon, and night. But it's not set 8 hours from start to finish. Sometimes I go in and I do 8 hours start to finish. Sometimes I go in and do 12 hours start to finish. Sometimes I'm working like today. I started at 8 o'clock this morning, and I'll take a break for this, and then I've got meetings after it to go and talk with people as well. And I'll be going till midnight or 1 a.m.
But
so,
if you're working for another company during that period, it doesn't matter how many hours you're putting in, he ain't going to be happy.
That's not their problem. They should have. Then if that's the case, then they don't need my position hired.
It is.
If I can do two jobs and get them done satisfactorily, it's nobody's business how I accomplish it.
I'll admit it's arguable with a salary job, and I'll tell you why. Because a lot of my jobs for big companies I've had have been salary, and on those jobs, I'll work in the middle of the night. There's something I got to do. I'll be up until all hours of the night. I don't feel so bad if I miss an hour here or there during the day. So I kind of get it. As long as you're getting the job done. But Matt, at the same time, Matt is right. If you look like you're on the clock, if your team's icon is green, and it turns out you're actually doing work for another company on a different laptop, you're going to be in trouble.
Teams icon. Now we're judging people by the color of their team's icon.
Look, I can talk all day about the color of your team's icon. Sir? I can talk all day about the color of your team's icon.
You know what I can talk all day about is the Underdog peanut butter dog treats. I gave some of these to my dog today. He went absolutely nuts. The problem is he won't leave me alone once I give them to him.
They're that good.
Yeah.
Underdog Plus, Dog Bones.
And that was a smooth transition, gentlemen. Nobody noticed.
What'd you say?
That was a super smooth transition. I don't think anybody noticed.
Yeah.
It was. Nobody caught that. But Underdog Plus, peanut butter brew bones. Actually, I'm baking up a whole lot tonight to take over to Hofbrauhaus. They ran out. They need more. So go to Hofbrauhaus Columbus to pick up your Underdog bones. Or go to underdogplus.com, pick up some swag. There's actually some pretty cool T-shirt designs. I'm pretty proud of those.
In all seriousness.
Or go to Hofbrauhaus and pick up some excellent beer.
Excellent beer, or
by the best
some peanut butter brew bones. Peanut butter brew bones made with grains from Hofbrauhaus. How's that sound?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Every bag you buy helps Wes buy me more tin cup.
That's not true because he drinks a lot more tin cup than I sell of dog bones. But 20% of all the profits do go to local pet rescues. So here's the thing. Look, when you buy Underdog Plus brew bones, you're not just buying the best dog treats in the world for your dog. You're actually helping local pet rescues. So that's a real thing. And this is not an exaggeration. your dog will go crazy for these things. Honestly, just try it once.
So
try it once, and I promise
all
you,
right.
your dog will go crazy.
All right, my dog is jaded. My dog is jaded
Okay.
for a very certain reason.
Uh-oh. Oh, I know.
She had the apple bacon.
The apple bacon, I know. So I'm still
and
working
now
on
she's like, bro, where's the apple bacon?
Yeah. So I'm making
She smells them and she looks around like, where's the other one?
So I'm making a couple changes to the recipe. So I'm still looking for ways to really make that bacon pop. So I have some new ingredients that are coming in today. I'm testing out a new recipe, so you guys are gonna get another test batch soon.
They're good. She'll be very excited.
Yeah.
I can't wait to taste them.
Did you like the last one?
I did like the last one. I thought they could be more bacony, but they were very good for a test batch. They were awesome.
Right. So I'm making some changes to the apples that I'm using. I'm changing some other ingredients to make the bacon pop a little bit. But they are still gonna have real bacon that I'm gonna chop up myself to add in there.
Yep.
This is not like bacon bits you sprinkle in. This is actual real bacon.
Yeah.
Real apple. It's gonna be really good.
I really enjoyed them.
Yeah. So making some changes.
You will too. Hit that like button and subscribe to the Underdog Bones.
He's doing great things for the channel here. Speaking of which, where's your French fry channel, Matt? Where's your French fry channel?
You know what? I just got done plugging yours.
I'm trying to plug your French fry channel.
I'm waiting till
you got to get the French fry thing going. I can't wait to see the French fry. You are
Jesus Christ!
my channel would be gold.
Wound up.
You got to do it, man. You got to do it.
I'm going to.
Bull snot.
In fact,
I've already said the F word and multiple other curse words, but bull snot, I guess, was too far.
I did a test episode with some French fries. I was trying out some lines, and I realized I was not recording.
You mean you just went to McDonald's?
Well, no, it was a different restaurant. I ordered fries.
He just went to a restaurant. That was.
I mean, that's all it's gonna be, basically.
Yeah. Look.
No.
I would watch a YouTube
You don't
channel
have to eat a whole bunch of
fries.
them. You only have to take a bite or two of the fry. That's it. I mean, you don't eat the whole dang batch of potatoes.
Fries, which I've done before.
Give me all the French fries you have.
It's weird.
I don't eat meat.
And you order multiple types of French fries. They do give you looks.
Right.
Yeah, but no. Up in Michigan, there was a place. It was like a dive bar, but the food was so good. But they had a brand new type of French fry. And I kept trying to get them to bring the box out to me so I could see what they were. So I know they're from McCain, so I've got to do some more research. But it was like an exploded potato in a twirl, in a twist that had been deep fried. It was amazing.
Incredible. Here's what we do. I have an idea. Open a restaurant that only does French fries, just different kinds of French fries.
That's such a good idea.
Right?
Yeah, the profit margin's definitely there.
Look, somebody would go there. Somebody would go.
I would not go brick and mortar. I would go food truck with that.
Food truck.
Food truck.
Your audio's getting a little laggy.
Food truck.
Yep.
Yeah, your audience is going to be a lot better at a food truck than a brick and mortar. But if you did your French fry channel and then spun out of the French fry channel into the food truck, you've built your own marketing up.
There you go.
And now you can go out and literally just 10 different types of French fries,
dude.
And
if you're at a
for the
food truck
Canadians
festival,
you could do poutine.
If you're at a food truck festival and you're only doing French fry, I promise you're gonna have a line around the block.
You know what?
Yeah, don't do poutine. This is not communist Canada, my friend.
Yeah.
By the way, Nicole said today is National French Fry Day.
See, that's something I didn't know.
Yeah.
We're not ready yet.
You didn't know it's National French Fry Day?
How can I not know that? And see, there's so much yet to learn.
There's always more to learn about French fries, apparently. But no, I've actually thought about getting a food truck.
So Nikki says I would 100% go to a French fry restaurant.
Look, that's
but
the thing.
I'm gonna throw this out to her. Brick and mortar store or a food truck? Which do you think would perform better?
You're right about the food truck. I agree with the food truck.
Yeah.
So I've actually thought about getting a small food truck for the Underdog Bones because eventually I'm going to have to expand my kitchen and get better equipment and all that kind of fun stuff. And I think a food truck for pet supplies and treats would do really well. Imagine going to a food truck festival where everybody has dogs and you have
and you have a food truck for dogs.
You're right. That's what I'm
That would
saying.
be awesome.
I need to find, but I don't want like one of the big food trucks.
You could partner with an ice cream shop that does puppy dog ice creams.
Right.
That'd be good.
But look, I don't want one of the big food trucks. If anybody out there is watching or listening and has like an idea for like one of the smaller food trucks, I want one of those. Like about the size of like an ice cream truck, I think I could pull off.
Okay, well that's a minivan, a DRV. But anyway, so she come back and said food truck. So Nicole said food truck.
Right, and she says that is
Bones
genius.
And ice cream
Bones and ice cream would make bank. Look, I'm thinking about it. I got to admit, I'm thinking about it.
So Nicole Leffingwell, who is my first wife, in case people don't know, she sent me a thing the other day and said that, hey, dude, let's start a podcast. Is the millennials' way of saying, hey, bro, let's start a band. And I couldn't help but think us start our podcast.
It's true. If this was the early 90s, David, you and I would be in a band right now.
We'd be in a band, except you have no musical talent.
Yeah, well, most people in startup bands don't have musical talent, so I would be right in good company.
Well, great. We blend right in because I have some, but I don't have much.
I've seen you play guitar.
Music.
You're pretty good.
I just can't play it very well, except on Spotify.
I've seen you play guitar. You're
and that's
pretty
a lie. I use Amazon.
Yeah, I get it.
I play guitar, but it really, if you're wanting to hear Metallica jammed out, I'm your guy. But other than that, man, I struggle.
No, we got to find a really cool band name. Then I think that's our big. We got to work on
the
that.
Underdog band.
It does. See, it doesn't have the right ring. We'll work on it.
So I played in a band one night that changed. It was just basically one band that cycled some players in and out throughout the evening. And it started as, I don't even remember what the first name of the band was supposed to be. It was all punk set. And then it changed up a little bit. And the name of that band was Cracker Jack and the Whiteys.
Yeah, you said your friend.
So Rio Ichikato.
Yeah, that's pretty funny name.
So he is half Japanese and half American pasty white. So he's always called himself Cracker Jack. And so I guess I was one of the Whiteys. But actually I wasn't even in that part of the band. It was later in the night when we really devolved down to scrape to the bottom of the barrel. The name of the band, because we just kept changing the name of the band as the night went on. It was kind of a funny thing. Some people caught on. Other people were like, "What the heck is going on?" But some people caught on and found out that it was a joke. And so the band that I was in that night was called the Colostomy Bag is Full.
Yikes!
Oh,
Yikes!
Yes,
that's not something to be proud of.
I am very proud of it, and also it was even better because, as you guys can see, I've got the earpiece in one ear because this is out of order; it doesn't work. And my Marshall stack that I had was on my right side. I couldn't hear a thing. I'm sitting here playing this thing's blasting over here. I couldn't hear. So I literally had to turn around and face away from the audience so I could hear what the heck was going on out of my guitar.
That's funny.
We did not think things through at that time. Mm-mm. So the colostomy bag was full. Only had one set. It was only one night.
That's hilarious.
But I'll never forget it. It was a great time. It was an absolute great time. What time is it? We are 52 minutes into our introduction.
Only 52.
We have. I'm starting to think maybe we just continue up on this route and pick up because we got an Avatar show, right?
We do, and we have a lot of information. But I do have one more piece of news. We each want to stick with the goofing off, and we can actually
that's
have
what
a real
I'm saying.
topic
I'll
next
say we
week.
stick with goofing off. Let's go through the news and have a good night. Because to be honest, there is a possibility, ladies and gentlemen, that the Western Carnahan and the David Leffingwell will be side by side at the Hofbrauhaus in Columbus next Wednesday night.
Nice. Well, fingers crossed. It's been a while since you've been in town.
So that would be a great show to have side by side. We could do a lot of stuff, and it's always a lot of good energy when we're side by side, spoken like a true hippie here. It's a lot of good energy.
Is awesome.
It's like some pyramids and some crystals.
So, David, if you let us know as soon as possible if you're going to be in town next week, and we'll really promote it. Try to get people in at our private table at the Hofbrauhaus, and really do it up well.
Well, if you're in,
yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll reach out to. So I know I can be there Wednesday. There is some time. My mother, who watches the show, Laura Black, she's going in for surgery, so we all wish her the best.
Fingers crossed, Laura.
On Wednesday morning, I believe, but I have to be in Pittsburgh Tuesday and Wednesday morning, and then I have a spot up in Erie, PA, that I've got to be at on Thursday, yes. So it would be a whirlwind. I would just, instead of staying in Pittsburgh, I would just drive. It's like 2 hours, 2.5 hours to get over to Columbus. So I would just drive over there and stay there instead of just staying in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
So all in all, I think it works out well, and it fits with my work schedule. So I think it's a go. I will reach out to the crew at the Hoffer House to see if they're on board with it. If that's the case, I'll do it tonight, and we can start promoting it for next week. Live at the Hoffer House. Come see your absolute most favorite podcast live show generated about business who drinks too much alcohol. The Underdog Journey, live at Hoffer House in Columbus, and you have the best damn Hefeweizen in the world.
And the best dog treats in the world as well. So we'll have plenty of those handy. And the best dog treats
in the world.
All right. So,
the best cream puffs in the world.
And the best, hey, I told you to stop calling us that. Okay. So I did pour a new flavor of the Hard Mountain Dew. This is I hate to bring race into it, but this is the black cherry.
For the love of God, stop saying that.
And it is just as vile as you would think. It is terrible. But it has 5% alcohol. So look, you have enough, you're going to get where you need to go.
Are you drinking out of glass or the can?
Come on, I'm not an animal.
Hand me the can. So
not an animal.
I can taste the few drops that are left in there.
I have no comment to that.
It tastes like Robitussin.
It literally tastes like carbonated, watered down NyQuil.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's real bad. Yeah. You'd expect it to be green.
Well, the first one was I don't know if you saw it when I was drinking it earlier when you came, Matt. It was like neon glow in the dark green.
Yeah.
This is pure antifreeze.
Yeah, that truly is Chernobyl runoff.
And as you guys know, I'm into physical fitness, so I will actually die after this.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm convinced that so many of the guys who work out all the time and then die in their early 30s from a heart attack is because they have these pure diets and then they do something stupid like that.
Like drinking Hard Mountain Dew.
Yeah, and then their hearts are like, there's no homeostasis for that.
No.
They just die.
Nope, it's it. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
He knows, he has a good vocabulary. You got to give it to Matt. He's got the vocabulary.
Juxtaposition.
Exactly. That's what it is a juxtaposition, actually.
It kind of is, yeah.
It sort of is.
Yeah.
It's a juxtaposition of expectations when Matt says homeostasis.
You know what?
I'm
going back to French fries. I'm going back to French fries. Matt, you got to do the French fry thing, bro.
I agree.
Do you know what I don't own? I don't own an axe. I have a maul and I have a hatchet, but I do not own an axe.
Stop dodging the point, sir. Do you own a fry daddy?
No.
No,
I don't.
Well, so look,
freaking self a deep fryer, man.
Think of all the ways to fry. You got the deep fryer, you got the fry daddy, you got the air fryer. Can air fryer make French fries? I don't know. You need to tell us these things, Matt.
You really need oil to make a fry.
What's the best oil for French fries?
Well, there is a really extremely high level shortening, and I can't remember it was always Cisco branded, but it was like their top level.
Yeah, it's a vegetable shortening.
But the molecular chains on them are super long, as opposed to the cheaper fry oil that has shorter molecular chains that break down quicker. Now, the longer the chain, the longer the shortening is going to last. But when it does break down,
the further the dog can run,
it's done.
You want the long chain molecules in your French fry oil.
Yeah.
This is common sense.
So when you're tasting the fry, you shouldn't taste the oil. The oil is only a cooking mechanism.
So here's one thing I want to know. Do you remember back a few years, maybe it was a decade or more ago now, when Wendy's changed the oil they were cooking their French fries in, and they went from really nice, crispy, delicious French fries to these limp, noodly messes of a French fry? Do you remember that?
Nobody likes it limp and noodly.
Yeah, nobody does like it.
That's my point.
And then they came out with a new one, and I don't even know what they're doing, but they're supposed to be always crisp fries. The newest ones, the ones they just did in the last year and a half or so.
All they got to do is there's natural coatings you can put on fries, like cornstarch, potato starch, rice starch. Any of these starches you put on the outside of French fries, and you get a crisp fry that can survive in a to-go container.
See, you can do a whole show on any one of these topics.
I know.
I'm telling
so
you.
right there. Okay, so we have. Okay.
We just gave you at least a minimum 10 shows.
Really
We just gave you a minimum of 10
have
shows.
an Irish accent to do this.
Well, then do it in an Irish accent.
No. Okay. All right. No. Do it in an Irish accent, but dressed up as a Frenchman. Because that would just be.
The hoof GP guy has this beautiful Irish accent, and I don't care so much about the hoof.
Who is Hoof GP?
Oh God, he does the trimming on cows' hooves.
Oh my God, you haven't seen these videos?
No.
Oh my!
Like an
so
hoof.
What?
Oh man!
And carve out the ulcer.
What?
And then treat the cow right there on the spot with all this shit everywhere.
What?
It's crazy.
So
it's one of those videos that you will just watch.
What is wrong with you guys?
Hoof GP.
No. Have you ever watched the carpet cleaning videos?
Later, you'll be like, "Holy crap! I've watched 10 of these."
That sounds terrible. Look, David, I expect more from you. Look, I expect this from Matt. David, I expect more from you.
It's really good.
No. If you watch it, it's so okay. So for the ladies out there, don't kill me. Don't kill me. But for a man, we're very logical. It's everything is in order, right? And when you watch the carpet cleaning videos and all of that, they do it in order and steps and processes and from start to finish. And then I have no idea why it ended up in my feed, but I watched one of these hoof cleaning things, and I'm like, all right, that's the next step, and they did it, and then it kept on going, and it's like, oh crap, that's like, oh, all right, yeah, and you just get brought into it, and it just soothes the mind.
Everything's scientific. Like, he is extremely well trained as a hoof guy. I don't know what they call him.
That's basically like watching some dude trim his toenails on YouTube. Why are you watching this?
Because a cow's hoof is incredibly fascinating, but his Irish accent is just really good.
It's a big hairy dude trimming his toenails.
No, he's not big. He's little.
No, I'm talking about the horse or the cow.
The cow. Well, the cow's not hairy. It's fur. Fur's different from hair.
I don't know.
Makes up the cow's horns.
I've been to Myrtle Beach.
I swear to God, I thought a first wife joke was coming on.
You need to watch the Hoof GP. Just watch it.
Okay, I'll watch one.
All right.
I'll give you one.
All of us are single all of a sudden. I don't know why.
Yeah, is this like Dr. Pimple Popper but with cows?
Yes.
I don't want to watch that.
Or the chiropractor guy that cracks people's backs and jerks.
Except with
nope.
I gotta be careful with how that sentence finishes.
No, yeah.
Cracks their necks and whatnot.
You see the poor animals suffering. They come into what's called the crush. It's the machine that holds them in place and lifts their leg up. And they're limping, they're suffering. And when he's done with them, they can walk again. And they're still limping because the thing's got to heal. But
still tender, yeah.
All the infection out. And it doesn't always happen that he's dealing with infection. He deals with a number of different medical issues that happen to the hoof. And just to watch them go through the whole process, and you'll learn the different terminologies, not on your first episode, but over time. Dude, if you don't watch it and enjoy it, then I got to think that maybe you've got some problems.
I would rather watch the French Fry Channel.
Okay, fine. I'll start it, but you got.
I want to watch the French Fry Channel too. To be honest, if you had a French Fry, I can't tell you how much, and we've told you this before, how much we want to see the French Fry Channel.
I'm picturing like close-ups of like the fryolator with the bubbles coming up, or like the air fryer with the hot French fries coming out.
You know what,
I'm sorry, the fryolator.
The fryolator, it's a thing.
It is a fryolator. That's the actual name.
Look, I don't know cow hooves, but I know fryolators.
It's fryer if you're not in court. Once you hit court because you splashed a basket of hot oil on someone in a movie, then it's a fryolator.
I would watch that too. I would much rather watch somebody get splashed in the face with hot oil than watch some other dude.
You that Matt Harmon is in sales.
It's true. I believe it. Hey, by the way, John Calendar's watching. John, David said he's going to be in the Hofbräu House next Wednesday. So, John,
next Wednesday to
the Hofbräu House. Nikki,
so,
are you going to be?
Nicole Leffingwell, my first wife, says, Matt, I will 100% steal this idea if you do not start this channel.
Thank you, Nikki. That's a great idea. You say this.
Don't
You keep saying it.
don't toy with us.
All right.
Because
Put it in
I
your
will
calendar.
buy her the
He's putting it in his
set
calendar.
up the equipment and put her to work.
But you guys have to help me set up the channel.
Okay, of course.
What the frick do you think? 157
This is what we do.
episodes that we've been doing.
I can't rewatch everything. I knew that.
But you are literally, there's nobody that's closer tied in with us than you.
Matt, tonight I will make you a new Google account
All right.
and a YouTube channel.
All right. Sounds good.
All you got to do is make the video and upload it.
All right. I'll do it early next week.
Okay.
No, you got to make the video. All you need to do is an introduction video of what you're doing. Just one video. Start, because it's going to suck.
It's going to suck.
And we've
Look
been
at
over
our first
that.
video.
We've been over that.
Myself.
Everybody's first video sucks. Wait, what's the name? What's the name that Wes Carnahan's about to say? Joe Rogan.
I didn't say it, but I was gonna go back and find Joe Rogan's first episode. It's literally for like 2 hours, just him and his buddy sitting around playing with filters. There's like snowflakes falling and weird music happening.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
Yeah.
And like up to
if you want something from a bigger group, go back to the first episode of the Underdog Journey. So I mean, Joe Rogan's just one guy, small. I mean, not a lot of followers.
You weren't in the first episode.
I thought I was in the first episode.
I think it was just David and I.
You guys told me it was the first episode.
No.
First episode you were in.
It was, yeah. You were in one of the first episodes, plural, but no, it was bad. It was real bad.
Well, it got better once I was in.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
We'll say that.
I'm going to have to steal your thunder on that. It got better when we started drinking.
We started drinking terrible hard Mountain Dew.
I can't believe you ate all the ding dongs.
If you want to get to where you're going and have a horrible aftertaste, drink hard Mountain Dew. It's disgusting.
And ding dongs.
So
ding-dongs in
you
your
went through through Black Cherry, you went through the regular things. Are you saving Baja Blast for last?
I am, because I hate Baja Blast in general, and I guarantee Diet Baja Blast with alcohol is going to taste like bile.
Why would you?
So why did you do diet? That's really the question.
So first of all, it was an accident. I literally picked up the first hard Mountain Dew pack that I saw, and it happened to be the zero sugar one. And it is just some of those vile stuff I've ever had in my life. It's really bad.
So I don't know what the powder protein drink is, and I'm traveling a day, but I did it the first Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week.
Kachava.
Well, okay, so Kachava is a delectable.
You're cutting out.
Decadently moist treat.
Yeah.
Decadently moist treat compared to what it is I'm having now, and I've actually said multiple times it tastes like dusty ass. And I don't know what the brand is, but I cannot wait to get back to Kachava.
Look, I
cannot wait.
I've offered to make you a protein shake, and you laughed in my face.
That
you
is
literally
not
laughed.
happening. That is not happening.
You have not lived until you've had my protein, David.
I actually shared a video on Facebook the other day and tagged you in it. I know you haven't checked it.
I didn't, yeah.
But it's literally this guy like, here's what this, and he's like, and what we got to do first, we got to add 3 scoops of protein. Then we blend, and then we add some protein. And then at the end,
I've seen that video.
Like, and before you drink it, we're just going to add
I've
protein.
seen the video.
So I sent it over to you just because hilarity ensues.
No, my protein shakes are the best. So I have 2 scoops of protein. Okay, I got 2 scoops of protein. I have a scoop of super greens. I got the greens on top, which adds delicious, wonderful green coloring, which is exactly what you want. I have a scoop of lion's mane mushroom for the brain. You need the brain. And then here's the kicker. Okay, here's what people don't expect. Okay, you add a few dashes of
more protein.
No, you add a few dashes of ground cayenne pepper. Just for a little kick. Just for a little kick, and then a little bit of Himalayan sea salt. Okay? Then you fill it up halfway, you shake it up, you get it nice and shaken up so it's liquid. You add 1 scoop.
Creamy's the word you're looking for.
Not yet. You add 1 scoop of Greek yogurt. That gets the protein nice and creamy. And then after that's shaken up,
You're calling it Greek yogurt?
That's a thing.
Oh,
Greek yogurt is actually a thing.
That's a thing. Greeks, there's a style of yogurt called Greek yogurt.
It's not just a Greek porn star. So then you add a cup. I know this isn't for you, but you add a cup of coffee. Okay, you can't taste the coffee. It just adds a little bit of bitterness to it to offset some of the other flavors. Man, it is one of the best protein shakes you'll ever have in your life. I'm telling you. I do all of that every single day, multiple times a day. It sounds like a lot of work, but it's really good.
I will absolutely take your word on that. But the stuff I'm drinking, it comes from the vitamin shop with an E,
right?
And it is delicious in every aspect of the word. That's not delicious.
So I'm actually
absolutely terrible.
So I'm actually thinking about branding my protein, actually selling it, and making sure that the ground cayenne pepper is in it. I'm going to call it Hot Shot of Protein.
Wes Carnahan's Hot Shot of Protein. Carnahan's Creamy Hot Shot of Protein.
It has a ring to it, right?
No, it does not. But from a marketing aspect, we could have all kinds of fun with it.
Tell me, there isn't a market.
I could sell that. Could sell that. There would be a demographic.
No, look, if
avatar, and I'm telling you, we could sell it.
If liquid death is a thing and it's making millions of dollars, Pete.
My dad's nuts.
My dad's nuts is a real brand. Okay, that's a real brand.
Oh, okay.
Of salted roasted nuts. It's called My Dad's Nuts. If My Dad's Nuts is a viable brand, if Liquid Death is making millions of dollars, tell me Hot Shot of Protein.
Wes Carnahan's. No. Wes Carnahan's Creamy Hot Shot of Protein.
Tell me Hot Shot of Protein wouldn't be a viable brand. Dude, I'm having thoughts, man.
So we'll ask the viewers. Jonathan Calendar. Would you partake in a Wes Carnahan's Creamy Hot Shot of Protein?
John Calendar, you want some Hot Shot of Protein. But no, I'm telling you, look. And the funny thing is selling supplements like that is infinitely easier than selling dog treats. You know why? Regulation. With these, you need to register with every single state to sell these things. If you have
versus selling.
Yeah. So no, both are marketable.
Well,
both are equally marketable. But as far as actually legally being able to sell,
I'm getting the words wrong here.
What?
I get it. But as far as legally being able to sell, regulation-wise, supplements, there's almost zero regulation.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's crazy. Most of the supplements you see on like Amazon and stuff, they'll have a fraction of the amount of whatever it is you think you're buying in there. The rest of it's filler, like sawdust and stuff. It's terrible.
Sawdust.
People literally put sawdust.
Wait, there used to be a thing that was like rocks and ground up shells.
Yeah, there was one
along those lines. Yeah,
I can't remember the name. There was one a few years ago that was maybe it was a creatine supplement that was actually had it literally had concrete powder in it.
I think what you're thinking of with the sawdust.
Concrete powder. That was a real thing because there's no regulation. Nobody was checking this stuff.
I think what you're thinking with the sawdust is food service cellulose.
No, I know bodybuilding supplements. So like the pills and stuff, they have supposed to have like creatine and BCAAs and stuff that you want if you're trying to get healthy. They'll fill with anything because there's no regulation.
Well, now don't tell Locke. He'll have nightmares.
Locke don't have nightmares. It's very scary.
What?
We can't tell you.
Hi, Locke.
Hey, how's your day today?
This is about diapers.
It is about diapers.
It is. And Matt Harmon's favorite brand of diapers is Huggies.
I do love Huggies.
He does. He wears scrub diapers.
You can juggle Huggies.
Bro. Hey, how's your day today, buddy?
Good.
What'd you do today? What'd you do? Hi, Catherine. How you doing?
We went to the Morgan
Hi, Miss Catherine.
You went to the Morgan house? What did you eat at the Morgan
You went to the Morgan house. Did you hang with a bunch of old middle-aged women?
No.
Yeah. Well, they were with their mother and
Yes,
and
you
my
did.
mother-in-law.
If you went to the Morgan house, that's what you did.
They were with my wife and her mother, so, yeah.
He said old middle age.
And I have this new ring.
Oh, he got a ring. That's his power ring.
You got a ring.
He got that ring from the Morgan house. It has a nice red stone.
That's on your right hand, right?
Yeah.
That's
Whatever
on
you
his
do,
right hand.
never let a person put a ring on your left hand.
Mine because I was taking off my clothes and
Oh.
Mimi put my ring in a special spot, and when she
Oh.
left, she didn't tell us
She didn't tell
where it
you.
is.
Well, she'll be over in the morning. She can find it for you, right? What color was your ring?
What?
Was it red like Lachlan's?
Pink
It was pink.
Oh, okay.
That sounds beautiful.
All right.
with a hook.
We lost some audio there for a moment.
Yeah, it's not lost. You just don't know where it is.
One-
So Mimi
one-
will find it.
Want to see what's in my cage?
Yeah, what's in that cage?
My
A
new,
gray kitty.
my new kitty I got from the Morgan house.
What's her name?
I haven't named her
Oh,
yet.
can I name her?
I say we name her Maple Syrup.
Maple Syrup. That's a
No.
funny name.
Kitty meow.
Scooch. That's a great name.
How about Cyroid?
No.
They're not naming after you.
How about Juxtaposition?
Exactly.
No.
That's a good one. What about Spot?
Spot. But it has.
No.
It's not spotty. It's gray.
What about Fluffer Cat Face?
How about Fluffernutter?
No. Yeah, Fluffernutter.
Oh boy. What do you want to name her?
So do you kids know about Marshmallow
Harry?
Fluff?
No, Cherry.
Terry? Cherry? Cherry. That's what she wants to name it. That's a great name. I like Cherry.
Oh no, go back. Let's call it Black Cherry.
No.
The Great Cherry?
There's.
Oh, it's gray.
It is a gray cat. That's true.
Pull your mind out of the gutter.
I didn't say a thing.
Or let's call it Earl.
Earl the cat. That's a good name for a cat.
That's a great name for a cat.
All right.
Oh.
And if you're ever out and about and you don't want to do something, you're like, oh, sorry, Earl's waiting on me. You can just leave.
Oh, hey, by the way, Catherine, was today your last day of dance class? How was it?
Good.
She went to dance class, and I saw a video of her today doing this dance in her little ballerina outfit, and it was the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life.
Well, I was wondering what kind of dance. Is it like break dancing or ballerina? So that's cool. So you're gonna be in the ballerina shows.
Did you know that? I was
Okay, she got shy and she's walking away.
Okay, so I have been to see. There was a young girl who was same age as my daughter. This was 3, 4, 5 years ago, or however long it was, and she got into the ballerina stuff. And so we went to support the family and support her. And she is the little girl who, when everybody else went out and lined up at their spots, she
Black cherry.
front of the stage
Dew.
and was like
Mountain Dew.
looking out for us, and we're all sitting there hooting and hollering for her like we're at a
Pretty
Buckeyes
disgusting.
football game,
Yeah.
and just had a blast. So when she goes and does a show, let us know. If we have a chance, we will come over and we will ruin it.
Matt Harmon got a hug before I did. Thanks, Locke.
Well, you're an afterthought.
I'll hug you.
Oh, he's giving you a hug, David. There you go.
Oh, giving me a hug. All right, Mr. Lachlan. Have a good evening and party
guys.
on. And remember, all the ice cream you want.
That is such a good kid.
And stop playing
He's
soccer,
a good
play
kid.
football.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's not really. We're not really a sports family. I think he would just do whatever we ended up doing at the time.
Oh, my
I'll get him
daughter
there.
started
I'll get him there.
yesterday.
His daughter plays golf.
Golf?
Yeah, she started golf yesterday. Man, she met with a golf.
Have you been to New York?
She for her high school team. She went to practice yesterday. Then I hired a golf pro to work with her.
Your daughter is in high school?
She is going to be a freshman.
Yeah, we're old, David. We're old.
Excuse me while I file for Social Security.
Right,
That is
exactly.
why I chewed her a new ass today for not being able to call Lego herself.
She called Lego? Why would she call
No,
Lego?
She wanted me to call Lego, and I'm like, you want to talk to Lego, you call Lego.
Why would she want you to call Lego?
To see if they have something in stock.
Matt, high five, bro. High five.
Yeah.
Yeah, let her call Lego herself. She's old enough.
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh, is that your hiding spot?
That's his hiding place.
Good place.
Now the whole internet knows about it.
Good
Wait,
idea.
what are we hiding?
No,
Is that where he hides his
call
crickets?
herself. And she was too freaked out to call. She's like, I don't know what to say. And I'm like, just ask him if it's in stock. Here, sorry, I'll put it right here. It's not rocket science.
I agree. You know, that's something that we have failed, and I have failed in some cases. I watched my son try to sign his name the other day, and I'm like, oh my God, I hope nobody finds out this kid's mine.
They don't teach cursive anymore, so nobody knows how to actually sign their name. You can print the kids can print their name.
Typing and printing, even printing, it's tough. Even printing, it's not really at the level it should be. It's just, even for me, I'm like, all right, do I print off handwriting stuff and try to get him?
I want to teach my kids cursive just at home, because it's like, how are they going to be able to read stuff that was written?
Any
things that we write
12 years
how
ago.
are they going to be able to read things that we write if they can't read writing?
Yep, that is. I mean, there's a lot of good things.
All right, so wait a minute. We West, you said you had one more news story for us.
I did.
But what's more important is the fact that Matt Harmon still hasn't come up with a good game plan to launch his for his French fry channel.
I'm gonna do a video. What's so hard about it?
What's so hard about it? Why haven't you done it?
I've been busy.
You've not.
Busy. You go to art school.
I've had to take a nap a day.
It's true. The naps really take it out of you. They're really exhausting.
It really is. So I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to watching French Fry channel.
Honestly, I would watch it. That's a channel I would watch.
I promise you, I'm going to start it next week. He's going to set me up with the Google stuff tonight.
Yeah.
Bing, bang,
excellent.
Boom, it's done.
We'll make it happen.
We're going to put it in. We're going to do an introduction. We're going to do a timeline. We're going to do a timeline. You're going to schedule out what you're going to do. I can't do it for you. We can't do it for you because we don't effing know French fries.
What's I say? I'm going to do it next week.
We know marketing media, but we don't know French fries.
Yeah, you need to tell us what you're going to name it.
All right.
So I can actually finish creating your channel.
Right, well, do
French fried potatoes.
Mm-hmm. All right, give us our news story. Give us our news
last
story.
News item of the day.
I don't even know.
Last news item of the day.
It literally is 8:20. We've been on for an hour and 20 minutes, and we haven't even tried to get to a topic, which I love.
So as you guys know, here we go. So as you guys know, the Screen Actors Guild has been on strike for a while. So now Hollywood actors vote to go on strike as well. So now the SAG and AFTRA guilds national boards met on Thursday to approve labor strike. And one thing I thought was pretty fascinating is that even though the Screen Actors Guild has been, or the Writers Guild has been on strike this whole time, most people said, huh? Wait, what? So yeah, now that the actors are also going to be on strike, I think in a couple of weeks, people are going to say, wait, what happened?
Huh?
Nobody really cares.
Yeah.
Most of the movies and TV shows that have been coming out over the last couple of years have been garbage, and I don't think most people will care.
Is that because the writers are on strike? They've been garbage?
No, they've been on strike for a while, and nobody's noticed because nobody cares.
Well, who's doing the writing? Because who's ever doing the writing is doing a bad job of the writing.
Well, most of the stuff
ChatGPT
was written a while ago. It's already been produced and it's out now.
Bad.
But stuff is terrible. Did you guys see the trailer for the new Willy Wonka?
No.
It looks awful. It looks terrible.
I haven't seen it.
Plus, I'm not a fan of Timothy Chalamet. I'm not a fan of that kid.
I don't know who he is.
Exactly.
I don't know who that is.
I know who Lady Gaga is.
That's sad enough.
Now, I know who Lady Gaga is by name. If Lady Gaga was in my room right now with two other people that I didn't know, I wouldn't know who Lady Gaga was. If she was in the room with Taylor Swift and I'm trying to think of another pop culture person, I don't know.
Molly Cyrus.
Molly Cyrus. If Molly Cyrus, and I forgot the other two already, Taylor Swift and
Lady Gaga.
Who was the first person? Lady Gaga. If the three of them in here, and I had to match them up,
right,
I would most likely fail.
Yeah, I wouldn't recognize any of them, frankly. I wouldn't. Nikki might know, but ladies know this stuff.
Yeah,
we are not the demographic for their entertainment style.
I honestly, I say that, but honestly, through through my Sherlock Holmes level power of deduction, I would probably be able to place them.
Your Holmesian level of deduction.
Point. But if they were all exactly, if my Holmesian level of deduction, but if they were all dressed and hairstyle and everything alike, I'd have no shot. Literally no shot.
Yeah, you're probably more like the actual Sherlock Holmes, and I think I'm more like the Cumberbatch version of Sherlock Holmes, where I just don't know anything modern, period.
Yeah, so that was the great thing, was like, you really not know that the Earth is not the center of the universe? I love.
Or like Saturn is. I think one of them is like Saturn is a planet. He's like, I don't need that information. Why would I have that in there? I'm the same way.
Why do I care? How does it impact anything?
Well, that's like football. I don't know anything about football or sports because I don't need that information.
All right, let me ask you.
Yes, except you do, because otherwise your second wife, you'll never get a second wife.
No,
if you don't know about football.
I've already told my current wife when she eventually leaves me and kicks me out, I'm done. I'm out. I'm out of the game. I'm going to get a little cabin in the middle of nowhere and be perfectly happy.
Okay, so before the show, you and I were talking about getting a spot down in Tennessee. That is now off the table. Hey, Laura Black is watching. Hi, Mom.
Laura
We were talking about you earlier. We all wish you great and best of luck on your sex change next week. And we're going to drink to your health.
Is she going to be Lawrence Black after this? I don't know the...
Yeah. It's that's an ongoing joke. So I texted her the other day. I was like, so when's your sex change surgery? She's going in for heart surgery. So I texted her and said, hey, when's your sex change surgery? And
you're a good son, David.
Well, I mean, at no point ever in my life do you ever bring me a serious topic and I'm not going to have fun and joke about it. It's not going to happen. It's not in me.
I keep trying to convince my mom of that. Like, Mom, quit expecting me to not be me. Like,
exactly.
Not going to change. I am who I am.
Isn't it?
This is me.
Yes.
If she doesn't know by
is
now.
It a serious topic? Yeah. Is it a serious topic? Absolutely. Can we make fun of it? Absolutely.
Right.
And that's how it is. I mean, I'm never going to give up a chance to make a joke and laugh. It's not going to happen.
I told this.
Nothing is gained. Nothing is gained by not joking and laughing about it. So
I told this, and this is serious, and I expect you guys to hold up on this. When I eventually kick the bucket, most likely tonight from drinking this toxic swill, thank you, Mountain Dew, hard Mountain Dew. When I die, I told Kirsten, I want at my funeral them to play The Bright Side of Life from Monty Python.
Oh God, I love that.
Right?
Always
right.
Look
and
on
when you
of life.
two jokers are carrying my coffin out, along with hopefully a couple other people.
Oh my God, my knees are gonna kill me.
I need the theme song from Benny Hill playing. And I need a bunch of ladies in lingerie running around you. And hopefully at least one person dressed as a gorilla. That's what I need. So when I die, you guys need to make sure this happens. Because I don't think she's going to do it.
All right, not it.
Kevin Klaus, you're the gorilla.
We just take it short.
I'll arrange the ladies in lingerie. And I'll make sure Monty Python, The Bright Side of Life is playing.
Well, no, that's only during the funeral. So when you're carrying out the coffins, when the Benny Hill theme song.
We got it. We got the production. We got it.
Okay. I'll drink to it. Make it happen.
My best friend has to wear a bathrobe at my funeral, and I have to wear a tux to his.
A tux?
Yeah, I don't know how we came up with this in high school, and we're not switching off.
Okay.
So wrong,
a tux seems pretty basic. Like, I don't know. He needs to be like a powder blue tux or like.
Well, he got stuck with the bathrobe, so.
Bathrobe's pretty cool.
Yeah, I actually think I'd rather have the bathrobe at this stage.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear a bathrobe.
You know, honestly,
I want all of my friends to dress as the dude.
What's that?
I want all of my friends to dress as the dude.
Dress as the dude? Oh, you guys all need to wear cardigans to my funeral.
Oh, it's gonna be so
done.
Done.
Right. You need to carry a casket, wear a cardigan, while ladies in lingerie are running in circles around you, and there's a gorilla chasing them with the Benny Hill theme song. My funeral is going to be awesome. And the only thing they're going to serve to drink is going to be hard Mountain Dew. So prepare.
Oh. All right, I'm out. I did what I could. I'm out. Okay. But no. Laura Black, who's been a long-time supporter, mainly because she's my mom, and she has not left us a frowny face. She's going in for surgery for next Wednesday at this point, and I'm hoping in my trek, I'm actually trying to swing by and say hi to her beforehand. But
Christ,
it all depends.
Of course you're gonna swing
If
by
she's
and
a
see your
pain in the
mom.
ass, I'm not going to deal with it.
Yeah, Laura, best of luck to you. And as Matt just said, yeah, Jesus Christ. Blasphemy aside, David, of course you're going to come and see your mother.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
No, I want to sell
There are
smoke
many things.
detectors.
There are many things wrong with me, sir.
You're just not realizing this?
At this point, that is what's.
He's about a third of a bottle into blends.
Halon is king.
Look, according to the movie Resident Evil,
Halon is king.
According to the movie Resident Evil, halon gas will kill you immediately and bring you back to life after you die. To eat human flesh.
Halon 1301 or brimotrifluoromethane is a fluorinated hydrocarbon that does very well. It is the best fire suppressant we've ever had.
Good. Now put that on the Facebook post that I put on Facebook specifically for you, you jagoff.
Well, you respond to all those French fry videos he sends you.
Fine.
Yeah, ding dong.
I took a picture of the Mackinac, an old icebreakers fire control room, and it's all halon and PKP, right? And I got so excited, and I took a picture of it, put it on Facebook for Dave Leffingwell, and he gave me a thumbs up.
Well, because here's what we did wrong. PKP
I gave you a thumbs up.
PKP are those monitors that Ghostbusters walked around with, the PKP meters, and they would the little things went up, and they'd tell you when a ghost was around. The PKP. That's what you did wrong. He doesn't know Ghostbusters like we do.
PKP is the only thing that'll put out a magnesium fire.
Well, that's pretty cool, but it won't put out thermite. Once thermite
starts
burning.
It's the fire. No, you can't do thermite. Thermite is different. It's a different self-oxidizing fire, so it's a whole different story.
I just saw a video today on how to make on Instagram of all places on how to make thermite. So
you can literally watch.
Now that I said this on the internet, I'm officially on several government watch lists.
You made me look like a thermite.
You can watch Mythbusters, and it'll teach you how to make thermite.
No, that is true. That is true. I love
well, I saw Breaking Bad, so now I know how to make thermite and
I've
meth.
never watched. I watched like literally 30 seconds of Breaking Bad. They killed some Mexican in a basement, and I'm like, you know what? This show's not for me. I'm out.
You didn't watch Breaking Bad?
It's a great show.
I've never seen it. I'm getting ready to catch 9
Mr. Goody Two Shoes over here. Listen to this.
I have never watched The Sopranos.
That was overrated, in my opinion.
Or any of the Godfather movies.
Well, that's a shame. Sopranos, in my opinion, to all my Italian friends out there, I apologize. Sopranos is overrated.
The Godfather 1 wasn't, though.
No.
Godfather 2 wasn't.
Godfather 1 was great.
Yeah. I don't care about
so
Breaking Bad was a great show.
It is on my list to watch The Godfathers. It is on my list. I'm probably going to do it within the next couple of weeks to watch all 3 of The Godfathers.
It was not The Godfather.
It wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
It was completely unnecessary. But no, Breaking Bad was necessary.
So my thing is, I'm not a huge fan of things that highlight or glorify crime.
Well, it's the idea of the anti-hero. It's the anti-hero.
Like Marvel Zombies.
It's where you're rooting for the bad guys. Yes, exactly.
Love the Boondock Saints.
I like the first Boondock Saints.
Yeah,
Number 2 was I don't know.
Nobody liked the
Somebody was trying to cash
Saints.
in.
And the third Boondock Saints got shut down. So
it's
never happened.
Now that I know Sean Flannery or whatever his name is.
Sean Patrick Flannery. You're right. I'm the same way. I watch it now. I'm like, you jerk. Yeah, that's not the word I was using.
You know what? You know what? There was a video the other day that I seen that it was a guy recording, and he's talking with another gentleman, and this guy just kind of walks in between. This guy just walks in between, and the guy doing the interview is like, "Oh my God, I can't believe the rudeness." And he goes, "Can you believe that?" He goes, "I don't think too much about it. That guy's in his own world, his own thing. Never attribute to malice what can be attributed to just carelessness." This guy wasn't really thinking it through. I mean, stuff happens. So for your guy with Sean Patrick Flannery, I'm absolutely certain that this guy is an amazing feller, right? And you got him on a day when he was just,
maybe. So David, David.
So this is okay. Wait, before we go, I'm going to finish this. Before you go on, I'm going to finish it. But Beyonce deserved the best record. No.
Thanks,
I
Kanye.
can't believe I actually know that reference.
Thanks, Kanye.
But no. It is everybody needs someone to love them, be with them, and be part of them when they are the worst version of themselves.
Sure. I'll drink to that. David, let me ask you a question. On your worst
Well,
day,
then fucking drink, man.
on your worst
Don't
day,
tell me you drink to that.
okay, I'll
Don't tell
drink
me
to
you
it.
drink to
and I
that
gotta
and
drink.
then not drink.
I'm out.
Oh, that's awful. Okay, so on your worst day, when you're having just a terrible, crappy day, and somebody comes up to you and tells you how much they appreciate you, how much they like you, and how much they appreciate the work that you've done,
Well, I don't care.
are you going to look at them just stony-faced and say, yeah, is that it?
No.
He could have said a lot worse. I'll admit, he could have flipped me off and walked away.
How many times that day did he hear people say, I love this work, I love that work,
Sure.
I love this work, I love that work, I love this work, I love that work, and nobody say, you are doing an amazing job. Not, you are doing an amazing job. I like this thing about you. I like that thing about you.
Sure, okay.
So while, yes, could this person have responded in a more cordial and ecumenical manner, but
Ask him to
he
define
didn't.
that word.
No, you know what? Had there just been a quick, thanks, man, and he immediately turns around and ignores me as if I had never said anything at all, that would have been acceptable. But to literally, it takes effort to be rude. It takes effort to be rude. It takes effort to look at somebody and say, yeah, is that it? Yep, that's it, buddy.
So I have a thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to do things. Even today, I had to do things that were not necessarily very nice.
Like what?
I had to cut one of my customers off. Okay. So,
David, I didn't know you were a Moyle.
20 to 30 years of loyalty to a brand, and I've got to cut them off. All right. So, yes, sometimes, and it goes for everybody, sometimes you have to do things that aren't necessarily nice.
Sure, I get that.
But
not on topic anymore.
You can always do things kindly.
Completely
you can always do things kindly.
Right. Well, but here's the thing. Look, no, it takes effort to be rude. It takes almost no effort to just say thanks and turn around and ignore the person. It takes effort to actively be rude to someone.
See, this is how you argue with Lefty.
And David, when you were cutting off that client,
wait! I want to hear Matt back there right now.
Well, Leffy will argue in three, like he'll try to take you down different roads. So you need a second set of ears that say like, tell me one or define that word, because these are his transitions trying to get you to go down a different road.
Well, it's something politicians do, and he does this as naturally as a salesman, you see,
right.
where he'll hear you out like he's pretending like he hears you out, and he'll go off on this completely other tangent over here, hoping you'll forget about the original argument, and you'll go over here.
And that's where we're at now. We're 3 roads over from the original argument.
Right.
Yeah, that's exactly.
But the point still holds, David. When you were cutting off that client today, you weren't rude. You didn't have to be rude. It would have actually taken more effort to be rude.
I wasn't rude. I was kind. But in that same breath, when somebody comes back and they're rude to me, I don't think of it as, oh my God, they had to go out of their way to be rude. I think of it as,
that's a different situation.
That person,
much different situation.
That person, Sean Patrick Flannery, at that time, oh my God, my Red Bull cup is like sliding around. Ladies and gentlemen, thermodynamics at its best right here. I'm literally watching it slide around. It's great. It's good stuff. I got ready.
Again, little transition. Very different situations. Very different situations.
So no.
When you fire an employee, you expect them to be rude and mad.
No.
Yeah.
When you compliment someone, you don't expect them to be rude and mad. Now, had you complimented them on their great work and they turned around and said, David.
Wait. Everybody's entitled to have a bad day.
Not Sean Patrick Flannery.
Don't get me wrong. I would love to shake hands, and I would probably drink and have a good time with Sean Patrick Flannery.
He wouldn't drink with you.
But if he came to me and said the same thing that he said to West, and I gave up on him at that point, yes, it's going to be a touchy relationship. But if I was like, fucking A, bro, let's do it. Oh, shit, I can't say that.
Too late now.
Let's do this. Absolutely too late. We don't have a beat button on here.
Yeah, there's no beat button.
But if it's all a matter of understanding that not everybody's going to be at their best every day.
Different situations.
They're not going to do it.
Different situations.
They're not going to do it.
Different situations, David.
He has 3 names.
West.
Different situations.
Sean Patrick
West.
No, David.
How close were you to killing a show?
No, David.
Because
if
I
we
was
were out,
joking around.
If we were out, and you were having just the worst day ever, and you were having just an awful day, Nikki kicked you out of the house. You got fired from your job.
Any day now. Any day now.
It's going to happen. And you get kicked out of your house. It was just an awful day. Your cigar collection it got moldy, and your dog knocked over all your bourbon. It was a terrible day. Okay. And
so I would like to go back in time. Pause. Keep exactly where your thought is. I would like to go back in time, and I'm like, my wife is going to kick me out anytime, any day, anytime. And you're like, and your dog doesn't like you. And then you said your cigar collection got moldy. And I'm like,
exactly. That's what got your attention. And we were out having a show, and somebody came up and talked about what a great job you did. I guarantee you would not be rude to that person. I guarantee you.
Plus, you only have 2.
You are correct.
Exactly.
You are
exactly
correct.
And
but
you know what? I would
me.
expect, and look, David, I would expect the same thing here. Eventually, my current wife is going to kick me out. And if my cigar collection goes moldy, and my daughter kicks me in the shins like she does daily, and somebody came up and complimented me after one of our shows, if I was rude to that person, I would fully expect you to turn to me and say, West, you need to apologize to that person because you were being an asshole.
And you only have 2 names. No, you actually have 3 names.
No. Okay, West, I'm going to go further with you here. Was there a person there to checks and balance him?
Yes.
Because I got to tell you, if
yes, there was.
While I'm fully expecting my wife to kick me out, literally get the text message any moment. While I fully expect that, if I were to be kicked out, I got to tell you, I don't think my responses to normal conversation would be the same.
Well, your responses wouldn't be normal, but at the very least, you wouldn't be rude to the person.
I can't promise that.
I can honestly see
him
not wearing a shirt anymore if his wife picks him out.
I could picture him wearing a wife beater that's covered in salsa.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
By the way, Nikki says,
salsa, baby.
By the way, Nikki says, "Thanks, babe. I see where I rank."
No, it's not okay. All right. Hashtag first wife. It's not a matter of where you rank. It's a matter of expectations, and I expect you to just give me the boot at any moment. So,
and there was a second person there. There was Norman Reedus, but Norman Reedus does have much better things to do and talk about.
Was he there?
He was there. Oh yeah.
Did he say hi?
Yeah, Norman Reedus is awesome. He's a very nice guy.
Yeah.
He's very polite.
You know why? 2 names. 2 names. He's got Norman Reedus. Not like Sean Patrick Flannery.
So it's the 3 name thing.
Yeah, it's a 3 name.
He's saying 3 name people are rude. Everybody out there watching and listening, if you have 3 names, let us know if.
So West has me on here finally as David Leffingwell instead of Dave Leffingwell, which thank you by the way.
I apologize. I didn't realize.
But most people refer to me as David Michael Leffingwell with my full name because I heard that that's still a lie. I made all that up. Do not call me David Michael.
Plus, you never, ever splurge for the upgraded Wi-Fi. Ever. So you're...
He's making fun of you because your audio keeps lagging.
Okay, I am an ambassador elite, so I get the free upgraded Wi-Fi.
Is that why you're not in a suite right now, David Michael Leffingwell?
I'm not in a suite because the freaking AC was...
Are you in a normal room with the common folk? Come on, man.
I think he's in a Motel 6.
You should be ashamed.
Hash brown comment of the night. Matt Harmon. I think he's in a Motel 6.
Oh, there you go.
There you see. It works. He's drinking to it.
A lot of Motel 6. They're actually not bad.
This is a courtyard, man. This is a courtyard. I love courtyards.
Hey,
I love literally.
courtyards
If I could stay at courtyards all the time, I would.
Yeah, I think we're now going to be sued by Motel 6.
I like Motel 6s.
We'll
now, what's the difference between a
you.
motel and a hotel? I've never known this.
Hallways. Motels have hallways.
Hallways.
Yeah.
That's the difference. That's the only difference.
That's it. Motels are open.
It's the number of prostitutes in the parking lot. Anything under 4
that
is,
explains
anything
it.
under 4 is a hotel. Anything over 4 is a motel.
That explains it. That I've been staying in the wrong places.
So even in those old, rundown, beat-up hotels downtown New York or wherever, not downtown, like the bad parts of New York, they're hotels because they have hallways.
There you go. Is that illegal? Is it legal terminology?
So
that's just how it's always been explained to me.
All right, fair enough.
that actually, so Matt, I don't know. I can't say that anything you said has any kernel of truth.
It sounds right, though.
It is absolutely the most. It is absolutely the most acceptable answer I've ever heard.
Because they have popcorn next to the ice machines. Of course, that's the difference between a motel and a hotel. You idiot.
So, yeah, we stayed in a motel at right before we went over to Mackinac.
Motel? No hallways? You hobo?
Hey, Richard.
What are you, a hobo?
Richard Lyons is watching. Richard Lyons from Atlanta, Georgia.
Wow.
Thanks for tuning in.
All the way from Atlanta.
And grab yourself a drink.
Maybe
and
welcome Richard because he's.
So wait, no. Richard Lyons is a fan of the Red Bull. So Richard Lyons, grab yourself a Red Bull and have yourself a drink.
Richard Lyons, grab yourself a Red Bull or a delicious hard Mountain Dew, which I promise you won't poison you, and you'll not die a horrible, horrible death because it's full of just crazy chemicals.
You know, I can't think of Atlanta.
So I'll tell you what. So Richard's wife is a real estate agent for the home market, and last time talking about kind of how to contact and connect with her demographic. So when we do our Avatar show, which was supposed to be tonight,
yeah.
I would actually like to look at it from a lens of a real estate agent next week. When we do it next week, live at the Hofbrau in Columbus, Ohio, I think I would like to do it from the lens of a real estate agent, because that is a amazing market that we can look at.
Sure.
It's a very hot, cold, and being able to speak to your specific avatar to drive business is a very huge portion of it. Because if I'm talking from a business standpoint, if I was talking to people who are in the market for $200,000-$300,000 homes, but I'm a premium real estate agent who is selling $500,000 to $750,000 to $1 million dollar of value homes, I mean, there's a different conversation you're having from, and we've talked about it. Wes, you've used this exact phrasing. You are going to talk to the frat boy different than you talk to your grandmother.
Yep, it's true.
When you are speaking to a premium buyer at $500,000 and up versus somebody who, and I'm not going to say anything below $500,000 not premium, but let's say $250,000 and below.
Right. Yep.
Those are your entry. Those are your first time buyers and things like that. And how do you delineate? Last week, when we build an avatar, let's build an avatar that speaks to the premium home buyer.
Yeah,
that gives us a challenge, which is outside of either one of our realms.
You're totally right.
Here's the problem, though. Here's a huge problem.
Here's the problem, David.
Is this happens towards the end of every show where
wait, stop right now.
And then you get super chatty, super fast.
Stop.
And your Wi-Fi can't handle it.
Stop.
See?
He's cutting out here now.
Right now is
you cut out just as you said stop, and then you're gone.
That was not planned. That was literally my Wi-Fi.
So
next week we'll be live from the Hoffer House, so we won't have that problem. But yes, Matt, I agree with you. It is literally a bandwidth issue on this, but next week, let's do it. Let's build an avatar based upon a premium home buyer or real estate agent market.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've done an avatar show, but yeah, building a customer profile, building an avatar. So first in the agenda is talking about the things you need to consider when building your avatar, building your customer profile, and then we're actually going to build one according to these things. So you're right. you're going to speak to different demographics, different types of people, completely differently. Like you said, like I always say, you're going to speak to a frat boy differently from how you're going to speak to your grandmother, right? And that's how you need to think about your customers as a person, as an avatar.
Why don't I bring in a very successful real estate agent, see if she'll meet us over there for this episode?
Why don't you start your French fry channel?
Well, I'll start.
And we talk about that.
He does that when he drinks.
If Matt can provide us with a very successful, high-end, premium real estate agent, I will put them in between us at the Hofbräu House and give them a mic.
There you go. All right, I'll talk to her.
Okay.
If you can do it, I will do it.
Let's make it happen.
I think that is a quality market, and just for those across the country, I know we're worldwide. We have viewership, and while
it's weird, but we literally do. He's not joking right now.
So, yeah, while we joke about
it's
people
super
who
weird.
Watch us, we actually have viewers in Germany. We have viewers in England. We have viewers in Japan.
You know what I mean?
So we actually do reach people worldwide. I would like to, if we're going to do this, I'd like to do it right.
He does have a second mic.
See, I could be using a mic right now.
Oh, no, it's like a mic. It's like this mic. It's not one that you'd have to hold it up the whole time.
Oh, I got you.
Or you need a mic stand.
Well, I get a mic stand. Yeah, I get a
right.
Mic stand, yeah.
Well, it's a mic.
Right. So
I mean, it's not a Steve. It's a mic. It stands on its own.
You know what I've thought about doing, though? I've thought about putting, like, rails up here for, like you see in studios.
Sure.
And putting, like, the mic stands that, like, can extend down. Yeah. So, like, no matter where you are in the room, like, you can pull down a mic.
Yeah.
I've thought about putting those in here. That'd be pretty cool.
That.
So,
she never comes
so I have one of my clients I actually reached out to today and spoke with one of the gentlemen there in the studios. And, you know, I called him. I said, hey, I'm in town, blah, 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 blah. And I talked to him for 10 minutes or so. Everything just went dead. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. Are you talking about your person you're talking to?
Literally everything in my ear just went like and silent.
No, we're waiting for you to finish your story.
So I talked to him, and you're talking about these studios and whatnot. And I've been there a few times now, and I've seen their studios and how they set them up. And I got to tell you, if we ever get a spot where you and I are in the same city again, we're getting a studio.
Oh, 100. Dude,
we're getting a studio that's just set up.
100%. I still want to. You know, more people need to buy these Underdog Plus bones, because one thing I want to do eventually, like I said, I'm going to have to extend my my kitchen and get more space. I want to set up the kitchen to not only be kitchen space, but studio space.
That'd be awesome.
I want to shoot all my videos out of this kitchen while I'm making these delicious dog treats. I'm telling you,
oh my God,
just buy one pack.
While you're making them,
there you go. Exactly. I was thinking.
Childs. Oh my God, how old are you?
I was thinking the guy who says "Bam."
Well, not Emerald, but
Emerald.
Julia Childs.
That's Emerald.
Trained French person or French chef.
And even Emerald.
Nobody below 50 knows who that is.
Everybody knows who Julia Childs is.
If you're above 50.
Lady Gaga and Julia Childs, rocking people.
Lady Gaga.
That is whoa. Un momento, por favor, señoritas.
You know what?
Julia Childs and Lady Gaga, they do not mix.
Oh, they'd be totally tight.
Look, I think Lady Gaga did wear a meat suit once, so they might have a lot in common.
They would certainly get along.
That was called.
Swimmingly.
That name of that meat suit was called Dave, by the way.
That was a nice meat suit. So
you just said Dave was nice. Sweet.
So at any rate, I'm suggesting now that we don't give away everything for next week. Because what if you guys get drunk or confused next week, and then you don't live up to all this hype that's being told about what's going to happen next week?
Well, wait. Here's my question.
We're going to be at the Hofbräu House.
What do you mean? What if we get drunk?
Yes, exactly. All right. So, but you should leave the. You know, you've given so much information away already about next week, and already done part of next week's show. You
think we can't live up to the things we've talked about for next week?
Yes, that's where we're headed.
Doing an Avatar show?
Okay.
We live for Avatar shows. This is what we do.
Literally, there hasn't been but maybe 2 shows in the entire 157 weeks in a row that the Underdog Journey's been on the show that we haven't spoke about avatars. There is nothing more important than knowing who you are speaking to.
David, we should do the Avatar show.
Nothing.
Dressed as Avatar creatures from the movies.
Okay. The difference is when you say Avatar creatures from the movies, you're probably thinking blue people. I'm thinking Aang, and I'm like,
right.
Earth.
So here's the so I'll dress
air,
as one of the blue
water.
people. I'll dress as one of the blue people. You dress as the last Airbender, and we'll see if people get the theme of the show.
I'm gonna shave. So okay, wait a minute. I gotta tag a person. I gotta do a thing here. I gotta do a thing with my phone.
All right, David is texting other people while we're live on the air. Okay.
I was getting ready to text too, but
No.
I'm not the host.
Very important. We have a viewer, Chuck Hoffner, who actually Chuck and West share a very important milestone
Chuck
in
Hoffner.
their life.
Why hasn't Chuck Hoffner been around?
Chuck Hoffner's wife has been diagnosed with breast cancer.
Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And she is going through all the treatments and all the stuff for it. And I can't think of a more, you know what, next week's show from the Hoffer House in Columbus, which we're hoping for, should be dedicated to Chuck Hoffner's wife.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's really tough to hear. I'm sorry to hear
that. So I'm gonna tag them. I'm gonna try to pull them in. I'm gonna try to get them in. And I don't know, they got some charities and things that they're doing.
Yeah.
But I honestly think I would love to have them there to show the support from the Underdog Journey.
Well, find out from Chuck if they need anything.
Not the Underdog Journey, from their friends.
Yeah. If
their friends.
If Chuck Hoffner or his wife need anything at all, let us know, and we'll make it happen. This is what the Underdog Journey does.
We will make it happen. We will reach out to every single one of you and say, hey, this needs to happen, and we'll make it happen. So it is a possibility
that you're going to get good Wi-Fi?
You will see Dave with no hair.
Oh, okay. Look, if you do shave your head...
With no hair.
If you do shave your head, you do need to put the arrow on your head. You know that.
I will absolutely put a temporary tattoo that does the Aang arrow from an airbender.
David, temporary? We will get you drunk and take you to a tattoo shop.
If you get me
Nikki
drunk,
Leffingwell, you're welcome,
shop,
by the way.
The Metallica Ninja Star on my forearm. That's what's happening. But a temporary tattoo I will do on my forehead. And that would be great because Chuck, most people don't know this. Chuck and I go back. And Chuck walked into my apartment one time with his girlfriend at the time. And I literally just laid out a monologue that was 45 minutes long for this guy about a trip that I took to Joann Fabrics. So that was literally my first interaction with Chuck. 45-minute long dialogue, and it was hilarious, absolutely hilarious. And he will tell you, "Oh my God, it was the craziest thing." And I called him Earl for like 2 years.
I talked to him.
So Chuck is an amazing friend of mine, and I cannot possibly hope for a better outcome.
Yeah, no, Chuck Hoffner is a very, very good guy. So we need an update on that.
Chuck's a great guy.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, so I don't.
He didn't interrupt your 45-minute monologue. He just took little naps.
But it was hilarious.
Yeah, it was. So you woke up laughing.
I can't high five you because I'm not there, but that was perfect.
This is what happens when David drinks half a bottle of Blanton's.
Yes, he gets so
I still gotta go to dinner and have a business conversation, but I straight up am a half a bottle of Blanton's into this.
I love how the bottle of Blanton's in your hand looks like one of the miniature bottles of Blanton's when it's actually a full-size bottle of Blanton's. Mr. Andre the Giant.
That is a 750. Oh, crap.
That's a full-size bottle of Blanton's.
750 milliliters.
David, this is what it's supposed to look like in a normal human hand. Are you related to Andre the Giant?
I'm gonna try to make it look smaller. There we go. That's what I got.
Anybody want a peanut?
Actually, I'm going to bring up my thing once we're off the air because it involves some PORN.
So Matt wants to talk about pornography, so it might be time to end the show.
It is not time to end the show. Matt, what are you talking about?
No.
Okay. So we need to look at this, West. We need to look at this from a business standpoint.
From a business standpoint, let's talk about porn.
From a business standpoint,
keep watching. This is on.
So wrong.
Why are you watching this?
I hope to. Okay.
This
in
is
the
an
future
ad?
shows when I'm running for president of the United States.
This is an ad.
Yes.
I approve of all of this
message. David. We can't show this online. This is hardcore pornography on an ad running on Facebook. Yet I can't boost a post about brushing dogs' teeth. This is literally video of hardcore pornography.
And it shows up just in your ad.
So this is not about. So wait a minute. There he goes.
I'm telling
you. It is not about pornography. It is about controlling you. It is about the restriction.
The imagery,
of speech.
David.
The
imagery,
restriction of the freedom of speech.
The imagery that was used was hardcore pornography.
It was.
It
was bad. I'm not going to mention the stuff that was happening.
I do not have a problem with hardcore pornography. Don't have a problem with it.
This is
if all
when he's that. You're right.
When
he gets drunk, it's a different conversation.
In the circle are in agreement on what they're doing, and they're trying to make money. That is a business.
Well, it's more deliberately against any other thing anybody else is saying. No, when I can't boost a post that literally just talks about brushing a dog's teeth, doesn't even mention a product, just talks about how often you should brush your dog's teeth, yet that can run as an ad?
Yeah.
That shocks me.
And I've blocked these.
It does not. It does not shock me. Does not shock me. Facebook itself is a political entity.
You know what?
It needs to be understood of what it is.
Are you telling me you haven't signed up for Threads yet?
I don't know what that is, but no.
Oh look, HookTP.
Oh no, that's their pseudo battle.
It's their version. No, it's Facebook's version of Twitter.
Nobody's going to do that. Facebook or Alphabet or wait a minute, it's not Alphabet. It's Meta. Sorry, Meta. Nobody's going to do that.
It already has 100 million users. Money. It already has over 100 million users. Hang on, let me find out the exact number.
Fake.
You know what? I'll bet a lot of them are bots. That's true. Hang on.
Fake.
I'm a bot.
How many
users does Threads have? Is one of the top. It has over 100 million users.
Fake as hell. All they did was port data. That's it. Absolutely fake.
Well, so basically, a good number of those are real. Because here's the thing: what they did was
7 of them.
Is they linked it?
7 of them are real.
They linked it intrinsically to Instagram. So here's the thing: once you sign up for Threads, it's automatically linked to your Instagram account. So a lot of people don't know this. If you ever try and leave Threads, you can't delete your Threads account unless you delete your Instagram account, and that's deliberate.
Jesus Christ! There's another one.
What? Hang on a second, David. I need to ask this question. First of all, what are you searching for? What is your search history that makes stuff like this come up? Because I've never seen those ads. I will now that you bring them to my attention.
I was looking at a great white a short about a great white. I flipped down a few more shorts, and this comes up.
Great white what?
It was a great white shark coming up out of the water to feed.
You sure that was a shark?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a shark. And then this comes up.
It's not some dude in a brothel.
No, this involves oral stuff.
No, the ad he just showed me was an ad that was running, and it was very, very graphic of other stuff, but very, very graphic.
Yes, it is very clear. We get it. We understand. And, one of our primary sources for us is Facebook. We understand who they are, what they are. And Gandalf agrees.
Oh, for God's sakes, wrap the show up.
So West, what's your favorite weed?
He is so far gone right now.
Matt Harmon.
I don't smoke weed.
Sorry,
I am a wizard.
your
Wizard's either
favorite
high
weed is
nor
the Old
sober.
Toby.
What's that?
It's the Old Toby.
Old Toby's
Finest
good.
weed in South Farthing.
Old Toby's
It
good.
has
I
nothing
prefer
to do
long
with
bottom
whether
leaf.
whether I'm gone or not. It has everything to do with that's what Tolkien wrote.
He's making my liver hurt.
Look, Old Toby is good. I prefer long bottom leaf. I'm just telling you, it's a thing. So next week we will be live from the Hofbräu House, slightly more sober for the first 5 minutes. Afterwards, who knows where it goes? But we will be building avatars and talking about building a customer profile. So it is time to wrap it up because the ship is very quickly sinking at this point. I've been Wes. This guy's been David. This guy's been Matt Harmon. Watching inappropriate ads on Facebook, and we'll see you next time.
It's 9:03.
Yeah.
Yes. I've been Dave. He's been Wes. That's Matt. We're doing a thing.
Later.
Basically infatuated with the in-between, the ups and downs, the curves and the rounds. I bring it to your city or your hometown. I go back in time when the feeling was fine, when funkin' was legal and it wasn't a crime. Party people lined up and down the way, a bigger celebration than your birthday. Funkin' up the neighborhood, I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. The neighborhood, I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. And I have seen the world pristine, funk you up in the bushes, funk you down in the trees. Now look around, all the frowns, the yellow, the white, the red and the brown. And keep in mind, it never costs a dime, 'cause funkin' is free, I remember the time. Now look today, the streets are gray. Time to take it back to yesterday. Funkin' in the neighborhood, I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. It was good in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood, I felt full 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin'